everybody. It's Jason Prigge here for Coffee on the Coast on the Coolest Coast. How's everybody doing today? We have our second interview today. I am so happy, so honored, so just excited to have these two guys on the show. I'm going to bring them in here one at a time. We have got Jamie Aulik, who is the city administrator, and we've got Dr. Ebert, Brad Ebert, who is the school superintendent administrator.
All of the above. Esquire, right. I would add on to that one too.
Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Great. We're doing awesome. Awesome. How are you, Jason?
Doing great. I'm really excited when I have folks from Kiel on because I just have a passion for Kiel. I love Kiel so much. You know, how are things going in Kiel, first of all?
We're actually weathering pretty well. They call Kiel the little city that does big things. And I got to say, you know, year over year, 2019 to 2020, where we're at right now, we're actually up 50% higher than we were a year ago at this time on building permits. So wow. I don't know if people are staying in and renovating houses or what's going on, but just this last month, we have 2 more building permits for new houses, and life goes on, and it's going pretty well in Kiel.
We're redoing our bathroom.
There you go. Case in point. Oh, one thing I got to say, Jason, too. Brad and I, we go back a ways. We actually were classmates since junior high school at Washington High School in Manitowoc. Yeah, little known fact.
Yep.
Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought you guys would end up working in the same city like that? Wow.
Isn't that cool? It's like one of those random things in life. All of a sudden I get a job here. I look over next door and there's Brad.
And I can see your office from here right out my window.
Oh yeah. That's
not far, right down the block.
Well, that's great because then you can get stuff done if you have a rapport already set up. That's cool. So we are in weird times. I like to just say weird times because I don't know what to call 2020. Everything is just kind of a little bit askew. How have you been dealing with the cancellation of in-class school, Brad? How has that been working out in Kiel? How are the students been? And especially with graduation, I pulled up this picture here and I want to show everybody out there because I thought this was really cool. You guys in Kiel are doing some special things. Can you explain what's happening here?
Sure. Okay, let's see what I'm looking at here. A couple of things. So July 23rd, we're going to be having our an on-site graduation at our brand new athletic complex. And the rain date is the 24th. People are really excited about that. We did have a few students, though, that are leaving for the military or have other athletic college commitments where they have to leave before that date. So the picture you're looking at, the top left picture on my screen is, I think it was on Sunday, the principal, Eric Ward, and we went to a graduation party and delivered, that's Riley Rack, a senior, his diploma, and did a kind of a mini little graduation celebration. There's about 50 people there clapping, social distancing, of course. And so that was a lot of fun. We've done, I think, 3 of those, and we have maybe 1 or 2 more coming up. And then on the top right, we down Main Street, and we a huge thank you to the city for helping put these up. We had basically banners created front and back of all of our graduating seniors, and I can see one right now at my window. They're all lined up and down Main Street here, Fremont Street in Kiel. And this has been really well received, and we think we might have started a tradition which we want to maybe do every year. So those are just a couple of things. We also have yard signs in the yards of our graduating seniors. We've got yard signs thanking our teachers for all their work throughout this, and our staff has just crushed it. We're very proud of how they handled it and throughout the last couple of months.
Awesome. And on that note, I made this little image too. I thought this was really cute. You were just talking about the signs, and though you can obviously see the signs there, but I just thought it was really a great image with these kids gathered around the screen, watching their teacher read a book.
Yep.
Yes. You know, obviously not an ideal situation for learning, but in hard times, teachers always step up, it seems. And it seems like you guys have a good crew of teachers there in Kiel.
Oh, no doubt. We really have a strong staff, and I'm not just saying that. We have a great dedicated staff, and they were videotaping themselves presenting lessons. They were finding all kinds of links to share with kids. Calling parents on Saturdays and Sundays to find out how their child is doing. As a parent of 3 in the district, I got many calls, and my wife did too, about, hey, how's so-and-so doing? How's so-and-so doing? Is there anything you need from us? Just let us know. I mean, that was way, way above and beyond. And again, our staff just did a great job.
Very cool. Very cool. So, Jamie, this is the first time the city has put banners up for the seniors. I think that's a cool thing. Any interest in continuing that tradition?
Oh yeah, that's the one thing, like you alluded to, Jason, is I think Brad and I have a really good rapport and we work together really well. And so, yeah, anytime we can partner with the school district, I mean, what are the most precious assets of a community? It's our youth. It's our young people. We want to make sure that we treat them right and treat them well so that they come back when they go out, get educated, or if they get a job after high school, stick around Kiel. So it's really important on a community building level that we all work together for the common good. So yeah, I mean, even another example in the recent past is for resurfacing tennis courts here in Kiel. So the girls' tennis team had a place to play. They actually had to go all the way over to Chilton to do meets and things like that. We worked together and split the cost on resurfacing tennis courts. So it's those partnerships, I think, that really set Kiel apart compared to, just observations in other areas. And that's one of the things that we really, really focus on here is we're kind of tucked here in the corner of Manitowoc County, and we maximize our resources by working together, and that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So what is the response been that you've heard, Dr. Ebert, from parents and stuff with the different things that you've been doing during COVID?
Oh, I mean, I think not just with parents, but with the community too, have been pretty pleased. I think obviously when you have to abruptly shift into a whole different mode of education, there's going to be some ups and downs. I'll tell you that, our parents, as far as stepping up, they stepped up too, especially those of our youngest kids, because they needed to be there at home with them, sort of guiding and helping. And I know personally how much work that is. It is a lot of work. So those folks that worked a full-time job still during all of this came home and had to work with their kid and make sure that they're, completing their work and doing their work. Could be another full-time job, but for the most part, all of our folks did really well. So we're hearing a lot of positives about the banners, about the signs. I was just at the barbershop this morning early, and he said people just love these signs, and he's on Main Street there in his barbershop. Just love it. Hope you keep doing it. And just to follow up on what Jamie said, we also, as a combined effort, we've had staff picnics together where we honor our staff and present some awards. We've got, he talked about the tennis courts. We share staff sometimes to get certain things done around town. And also they've been very gracious about sharing, certain pieces of equipment that we may not have. And we'd be happy to do that back and forth. So we really do have a good relationship.
Awesome. Very cool. So Jamie, on a city level, what's happening in Kiel this summer? We were talking before we started to push the live button, and I had described it as a weird year. What's happening in Kiel during this weird year?
Our target this year is to become an outdoor recreation destination. That's really the focus of enhancing the quality of life for our residents, but also becoming a place where people want to come to. Just to give you an example, last fall, we packed up our 4 kids and my wife and brought all the bikes. I live on the eastern side of the county. Came to Kiel, parked right along State Highway 67, had just an awesome bike ride on the trail system that Kiel has. And by the way, the trail system here is just, you won't find it in any other community this size and probably east central Wisconsin. It's got an amazing trail system. Rode our bikes, and then ended up back by, it just happened to be Parker John's, ate lunch, and just had a nice morning in Kiel. And we've been building on that. We've installed a new kayak launch at one of our parks. We're cleaning up a park to turn it into kind of a nature-based park. It's called Sisson Park in town. We're also creating a butterfly preserve. Who would have ever thought little old Kiel would have a butterfly preserve? And anyway, we're just enhancing the things that we have here, of course, for the residents, but also to increase travelers and people to the area. We have another restaurant that's being built in town, the Fork and Dagger. The owners of that had bought and redeveloped a piece of property, and they're turning it into a pizzeria, like a high-end pizzeria. We're really looking forward to that opening later on this summer. It's called the Stone Dagger Pizzeria, and it's got a beer garden and all sorts of good stuff. So again, we're really starting to become a destination city where people could come in, spend an afternoon, eat, walk around, do recreational type things, and have a really nice day.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I live in this community, and Jamie has done in just his short time here even a number of great things. I get to see him every day. We have new subdivisions going in. I'm just making a little list here. He's done some nice things with the parks and trails. We have road projects going on right now. He mentioned the kayak launch. I mean, he's really, you can see it. You can see that he's trying to make our community better. And I'm not just saying that to blow smoke here. I really feel that. So I just would say thank you for that. And I can see it every day.
Way too kind. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There is a definite buzz around Kiel. And every time I go to Kiel, there seems to be, just this positivity. I did a video for Kiel for a Coolest Coast video not too long ago. And I went around and I talked to a few business people in the area. I ran into a few people on the street, and the buzz is palpable. The people in Kiel have such a positive attitude. And, Missy, for instance, and all the people you have there just are like uber cheerleaders for the place. And you obviously have an awesome school and school system there as well. So what's coming up in the fall, Dr. Ebert, for the school system? Is there anything you want to talk about?
That's loaded. That's a loaded question.
Well, here's what I can share with you. I'll share with you that we're going to do everything we can to bring kids back in the fall and do it safely. I know that by July 1st, I will have presented to the school board a preliminary plan on how we can bring kids back as safely as possible, working with agencies to help us get there too. I want kids back just as badly as they want to come back, and parents want kids back in general as well. But if a parent is still not comfortable with the safety of the plan or COVID-19, we are creating, and we have always had a strong e-school, online school here, 9-12. But we are adding, coming up this fall, a full new charter school, a K-8 charter school. And some parents may choose to use that as an option if they're still concerned about, health and certain things as we bring kids back. But I want kids back in our walls quickly as possible.
Yeah, very cool. Sorry to hit you from left field with that one. It's not an easy subject for anybody. And the wonderful thing is the positives that the school system is doing. I hear nothing but great stuff about Kiel, not only academics, but sports-wise and just community-wise. It's awesome to hear how the school is integrated in the community. And that's just an awesome thing. You guys are doing a great job over there, and props to you.
Yeah, even it got canceled, but this spring they had scheduled through the National Honor Society basically a cleanup effort for people who have trouble cleaning up their yard, like elderly people, mobility issues, or what have you. And it's the kind of community integration and environment that Kiel is. It's just everybody is looking out for everyone else. And I call it Mayberry, and it feels like it a lot of times, but it's just a great place to be. Really is.
It may be Mayberry, but it's Mayberry in the 21st century. You guys are right up there, so it's very cool. So thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. I look forward to more interactions with the both of you, and to have you back on the show and tell us about all the wonderful things that Kiel is doing. And, just keep up the good work. You guys are awesome. And thank you so much for being a part of the Coolest Coast, way over there in the corner of Manitowoc County.
Likewise. Thank you very much, Jason, for having us on. We appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.